Coming soon, guys. Whether you're new to Forex or a seasoned trader, in today's lesson, you will learn simple strategy concerning liquidity that will help you to make money on daily basis. This is RCT Maker model. So by the end of this video, you will have a pure mechanical strategy that is not complicated, that will help you to maximize your profit in this trading journey. See you there. So guys, before we start, we have to list out our strategy map. Number one is order flow, the market order flow. So here we're using 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame to identify our order flow. If we are using 4 hours time frame, 15 minutes will be our entry time frame. Then if we're using 1 hour, 5 minutes will be our entry time frame. Second is liquidity sweep. Here, it can be sweep all the time, but we have to say sweep. We can equally use liquidity run. If you want to know more about liquidity, there's a video I dropped, my previous video. Go and check it out to help you know types of liquidity we need in trading. It will guide you very well. 3 is 15 minutes market structure shift with good displacement. Here, if you're using 4 hours, that's when we look for 15 minutes market structure shift. That's the third step. But if you're using 5 minutes, if you're using 1 hour, 5 minutes will be our time frame for market structure shift with good displacement. Then the fourth is entry during kill hours. You know, time works with price. They work hand in hand. There's no price movement without time. So that's why we have best opportunity to make money when the setup occur during the kill hours. So let's begin with order flow. But before then, I want to correct something. Some of us make very big mistake. Though it's working for them, they start marking market structure, which is very wrong. Okay, now this is what everybody do. Look at it now. Someone will say here we have a breakout structure, right? Which is good breakout structure. After this breakout structure, they are trying to get into the market. This is entry, and they plays out. Perfect move. Another breakout structure, price take it out, then they have endorsement. Maybe they will take here, set their pending order here, waiting for price to come back. Price did not make, but at the same time, you can see we have another breakout structure here, and there's a good, very nice endorsement sitting here. The only place left for them to get into the trade is this week, with them a mark for their entry. You can see as price take them out, you have lost the first trade. Someone will say, oh, market have changed structure. They will call here market structure shift, right? They will tag somewhere around here their endorsement, and here becomes their extreme order block for entry. They will enter the trade, and you see the reaction, the first reaction, second reaction, price is not pushed. You are now taking out. You lose here and lose here. Your confidence is going down. That is very wrong. You only need to pay attention to what is happening in the market currently. Okay, now let me give you an example. You can see here, this is what I have. And without guessing twice, market is not trend, right? I don't need to mark structures to know whether I'm in uptrend or not. I can clearly see that market is in uptrend. So I trade what I see. So this ICT Maker model helps us to minimize those noise that SMC brings in the market. Okay, guys, let me just highlight what is ICT Maker model. Okay, listen very careful. If we are in uptrend and market breaks of a structure, right, there will be a fair value gap or other block to mitigate. During that time, because we have the breakout structure in 4-hour time frame, in 15 minutes time frame, which is the entry time frame, you are likely to see a liquidity build up, equal highs or relative equal highs. Then this is minor pullback that happens during that time before the mitigation happens. So what we have here is a liquidity build-up. That is our draw on liquidity. It can be relative equal high, it can be normal equal highs. But what matters is you must see a liquidity sitting above here before the pullback starts. That's after the sweep. We're likely to see a market structure shift. This happens in 15 minutes time frame. So this will be have a market structure shift and we target this zone. This liquidity here will attract this price to come back. That's what we mean by RCT maker model. I hope this is clear. So let's put everything together. Our order flow must be identified within just seconds of looking at the chart. If it is confusing, you don't need to stress yourself. Okay, let's take a look at here. Now, was the price clear to me? It wasn't clear to me. So I won't even bother myself trying to have entry here. So me trying to mark out structures, change of character, it's just a waste of time, because at the end of the day, I will eventually lose money and lose my confidence. So this is the type of market structure I want to see. If the pair is not clear, I check other pair. That's the rule. So now, can you clearly see how beautiful this structure is? This is EURUSD, and you can see how clear price was. It's totally an uptrend. There's no guesswork. So whenever I have this type of market structure, let's assume this is my 4-hour time frame. Here becomes my breakout structure. Very clear. So what I'll be looking for now is my RCT maker model, because definitely there will be a fair value gap inside the zone where people may try to enter their trade. There will be another block sitting here where people will try to get involved. All these things are liquidity. This fair value gap is internal range liquidity, and here is external range liquidity. Now price is likely to take them out. But during this time, because it's 4-hour time frame, I want to see price build liquidity in 15 minutes. Like I want to see this type of structure in 15 minutes. Then minor pullback that happened during the time of pulling back to mitigate some liquidity here. And price will take out this very extreme low here. This is the extreme low. Once price repeats, we now look for market structure shift. We look for market structure shifts and target the zone, this liquidity sitting here. So you must have a build up. This market structure shift we have here must be a good one with displacement. You understand? So once we have that, we target this liquidity sitting here. Hope this is clear. And another thing you will take home today is that looking for this market structure shift after the sweep must be during kill hours. It must be in London or New York. If you find market structure shift outside New York or London, it's likely market will flash it off and build another market structure shift before it starts moving to target this liquidity sitting here. I hope this is clear. So look at it very well. Liquidity build up before the start of the pullback, market structure shift during key hours, London or New York, and we target this equal high liquidity sitting here. So if we revert the chart, it's the same thing if we are in downtrend. Break of structure, build up liquidity, push, we have a sweep in the higher time frame point of interest, market structure shift during key hours, and we target this liquidity sitting here. If there's no liquidity build up in this pullback, you have to ignore that setup. I hope this is clear. Then let me give you an example, then we end the video. So guys, here is our first example, and we are using GBPUSD. The first thing we need to do is to identify our market structure in higher time frame is either 1 hour or 4 hour, but here I'm using 1 hour. Looking at the screen, what do you see? You can see that market is clearly an uptrend. I don't guess it why. And we have very nice breakout structure here. This is a very nice break of structure. On this break of structure, we know what happens when price break of a structure. People will looking for zone to set their pending order. This is very nice zone to go for it. Can equally see. And this is the zone I'm waiting for sweep to have, because we are reacting, we are not predicting. But according to our ICT market maker model, we want to see a liquidity build up. on the pullback, which you see here in higher time frame. But whenever you see it in higher time frame, there's high probability that you win the trade. It's 90% sure for me, from my own experience. So I like to see this type of build up in higher time frame. But people say the opinion that here they were taking out, some of them make it through to this high, and some people will equally cure here a market structure shift that they are going down. This is their endorsement. You see as everything happened, they said they're pending on that. Some of them who did not use tighter stop loss equally make it. But for me, I know what I'm waiting for. We're in uptrend, breakout structure, see liquidity build up on the pullback. I'm just waiting for sweep to happen. So here is relative equal high on the higher time frame. We have to go down to lower time frame to see how it is, because you can't see such setup all the time. But once you see this type of setup, believe me, you got to make massive profit. So let's wait for sweep to happen. Beautiful. So what happens here? My whole strategy maps are now in place. I have a breakout structure. I have market is in uptrend. I have a breakout structure. Build up liquidity. I'm lucky to have it in higher time frame. This is equal high. Then a sweep happens. We have a sweep here. As this sweep happens, I have to go down to look for market structure shift. So as this happens, I'm confident that it will attract this price to move back, because some people have said that markets have changed structure already. But me, I'm looking for market structure shift. This is the only high I'm seeing in 5 minutes. So let's see what will happen. Okay, here is another market structure formed. And you will see that I've carried my line down to here, because new 5 minutes market structure formed. So I'm waiting for breakouts to happen that will cause the market structure shift. Beautiful. You see, we have very nice market structure shift with good displacement. You see what we mean by displacement? Very nice fair value gaps. Very neat. And we have two here. The only thing I have to do here is to invite my PIP2s. Then I will use the discount zone. This is the fair value gap. My mind will pick, and that's where I want to get involved. I want to buy it very cheap. So as this happens, let's set our pending order, wait for mitigation. We are going long from here. Stop loss below this low. Remember where we are targeting. We are targeting this whole bunch of liquidity sitting above there. And what does this give us? It gives us 11.88 risk to reward. Beautiful trade. You can pass your challenge with this setup alone if you come down to find this perfect set. So let's wait for mitigation. Beautiful. Can see the push. Yeah, in now. So let's see if we win the trade. The zone we are target. We have to change the time to 15 minutes or 1 hour to make it to save time. Beautiful. 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 Just one more candle. Just one more candle. Let's see the TP. One more candle. Beautiful. You can see how beautiful this setup is. So I don't need to say much. I'll give you one more example and you go there and back test. So those of you who call here change of character, what happened? You can see that you are still liquidity to the market. So this maker model I think is the best, because you're reacting, you're not predicting. You understand? So I urge anybody who came across this video to study this very setup very well. It will save you time and money. Trust me, that's it. So one more example and I'll end the video. You go and back test. Second example, we're using EURUSD, same 1 hour time frame. Identification of order flow. Looking at the screen, what do you have? See clearly market is an uptrend. So after that, we have recent breakout structure here. After the recent breakout structure, you can clearly see that we have nice FBG inside the zone, but there is presence of internal ring liquidity. Price got to 6 to come back. Now there's another block sitting here. Nice other block, but we don't care about all those things. What matters to us is when we have a sweep here. So waiting for liquidity sweep around the zone. Because there is no high time frame sort of liquidity sitting here, we have to move down to 5 minutes time frame to look if there is any equal high or relative equal high here before we can be able to wait for sweep to happen here. Because if there's no liquidity sitting above here, we're just wasting our time and it doesn't meet our criteria for this strategy. So on 5 minutes time frame, let's see what happens. Before looking at the 5 minutes time frame, you can see clearly we have relative equal high here. This relative equal high is the liquidity. Is the liquidity that we draw the price come up here again. Well, liquidity zone. I'm patiently waiting for price to sweep this low. I've won out all 5 times. You see what happened here? Fair value gap traders who tried to enter here, they reacted to push the price. See this bullish candle close, but it failed. They become liquidity. The same thing trade this other block. They also becomes liquidity. This is just the work of institution. They are not hunting you. They are just using liquidity you left behind. After this sweep, that's when they continue with the trend. Let's go to 5 minutes time frame to see if the market structure shift is perfect for us to enter. You can clearly see that we already have a market structure shift now. So before I forget, let's check if this happens during key hour. This is on New York section, the beginning of New York section. Everything is in line with our plan. So it's a very nice trade. We don't need to panic because everything aligns together. Where do we enter here? You can see we have very nice fair value gap. That is market structure shift with good displacement. This displacement, I will not use it because of this wick sitting here. The way I treat this type of setup is that I will make use of this wick instead of the fair value gap. You understand? So here becomes my entry. I'll use this wick as my entry just to maximize my profits. I will enter this spot, stop loss below the wick, and I will target this draw on liquidity here. So what's the win ratio? We have 5.4 reach to the wall. But if I enter at this fair value gap, I may have around 1:2. It takes practice for you to notice all this. You must practice to know what's the difference between not doing this and doing this. But let's see if we get baited and target this up and hit the take profit. Be very, very fast. We are in. You can see how beautiful it is. I love it. So you can see how price is moving. This is happening in New York section, the most volatile section in Forex. Let me use 15 minutes to make it super fast. I'll see. It doesn't even take any time our TP is hit. Immediately our TP is hit, we are out immediately. Another sweep, continuation. But you don't care about the next move, we have hit our target. So that's how to do it. I think I'll end here. It's left for you to go and back test and do what? Do yourself a favor, follow the plan. If it doesn't work, come to my inbox. Tell me, please, I'm getting confused here. This doesn't work. How do you manage to do this? And then I'll help out. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share with your friend who are still struggling, because I think this is the best strategy you need. See you next time. Bye for now.